It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Rainbow's End. Get your engines ready, as for our number 10 spot we are going to be racing off on family carts. Once boarded and your seatbelts are buckled, drive like you have never drove before around the specially designed course. It is full of many twists and turns to throw you off the race, but you will not do that, right? Don't drive alone though, as if anyone can trust you with racing at 23 km an hour, then jump aboard a two-person cart instead. However, let's be honest, I don't think anyone will trust my driving, as I tend to drive people crazy. Do you see why? If you are worried about crashing on the go-karts, then our number 9 spot will be a lot better for you, as the purpose of this ride is to crash. This is Dodgems, and believe it or not, it's a Dodgems ride. Nevertheless, unlike your normal Dodgems attraction, this one is themed towards a 1980s drive-in theatre. So, for starters, that means that your cars are so cool, but also with you dashing and bashing, you can also watch a film at the same time. How cool is that? Without a shadow of a doubt, this is one of the coolest Dodgems rides that I have ever seen, and it is definitely a must-do on your visit. Coming in at the number 8 position, we have another car ride, and I promise you that this is the last one. However, taking this spot is Scorpion Karts. This is basically family karts' bigger sibling, and everything, and I mean everything, is better about this ride. Well, apart from the speed, which is the same. This also means though that there will be more cars on the track, so you really do need to build up your racing skills, as of course it is important to enjoy passing all the great theming and rides, but nothing beats winning at race and becoming the Scorpion Karts champion. Are you ready for a soak-in? As for our number 7 position we have Log Flume, and on those hot New Zealand days nothing beats taking a ride on this heavily themed attraction. Along your 7-minute boat journey you will head through many different scenes, but with the recent addition of the Enchanted Forest you will also now come across Unicorn Meadow, Dragondale, Golden Glen and the Tree Spirits, discovering many family characters and really bringing that family touch towards the much beloved Log Flume. The ride itself definitely does not disappoint either, with it featuring 2 lift hills, a long layout and of course my favourite part of the ride, the drop, finishing off the ride with a splash. It is time for our first roller coaster on the list, as our number 6 spot is going to Gold Rush. Now, before we even made this video I had to make sure this was definitely a coaster, because apart from the one little drop it has got no different elements towards an outdoor haunted house style ride. Where the roller coaster isn't great, the theming makes up for it, with you adventuring into an abandoned gold mine, dodging fallen beams, explosions and cave-ins, which is definitely awesome, and with its custom layout as well, it really feels like you are going through all of this. So if it doesn't make you want to ride, I don't know what will. Maybe the fact that with the interaction with the Log Flume and local town too, it really is an experience that you will not forget, no matter how old you are. Top 5, and coming in for the number 5 spot we have Invader. I think just by looking at the ride itself, it is quite self-explanatory. But in a nutshell, once boarded and the most uncomfortable restraints that you have ever experienced locks, your plate will start to spin while also raising up and down before eventually making it over the bunny hill itself. Personally, this is my least favourite of all the Zamperla discos, and despite it being a very unpopular opinion, I feel like you spend to 10 your time trying to get over that bunny hill that you just don't enjoy the elements itself. Nevertheless, I do prefer the smaller cars as it does spin a lot more with it being very much smaller. So out of all the rides at the park, I think it does deserve to be at the number 5 spot. Get your sick bags ready as for our number 4 position we have Power Surge, and let me tell you, you will feel dizzy after riding. On this attraction you sit on a pair of 2 seats which can spin 360 degrees. This is then connected to a central hub which also spins 360 degrees, and then this is connected to an arm which, believe it or not, spins 360 degrees in addition to raising up and down. So yeah, you may get a little dizzy, but if for some miracle you still want to ride, try your best to keep a straight face as there are 2 people opposite you watching every single move. Here we enter the top 3 rides at the park, and for this position we have the Stratosphere, which in my opinion is the most intense attraction not only in the park but I'm pretty sure the whole of New Zealand, and here is why. Unlike your normal gyro swings where you might swing to like 45 degrees while spinning, providing a scary but also fun ride where you will come off being able to stand up. On the Stratosphere, even though there is a tamer option which is to go at that height and be able to stand up, the other option will send you soaring at around 360 degrees up to a max height of 30 meters, and that hang time you get when going upside down just cannot be explained. In fact, this is so intense that there is only 4 in the world, and it is the first ride which I have ever seen in my life where you need to be above the height of 1.5 meters to ride. So if you can brave this, I think every other ride will literally be a piece of cake. If you are scared of heights, skip to number 1 as for our number 2 position we have Fearful, and the name does not lie. Standing at 18 stories high, this ride is definitely for the thrill seekers at the park, but you do not just climb up and enjoy the spectacular views of the park in addition to the surrounding area, as this is Fearful, the ride which makes you plummet back down at 80 km an hour, giving you an adrenaline rush like you have never experienced before. And for that reason, not only do many of the park guests prefer to watch this ride, but it is definitely a must do if you aren't scared of heights. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and the best ride at the park is going to Corkscrew Coaster. Now this attraction is the park's icon, and even though it does look really awesome when entering the park, it can build up some pretty long queues, and as the day goes on it will get even more long. So if you do see it at a short queue at any point within your day, make sure to ride. Apart from the very colourful rainbow colour scheme, this ride features an initial 90 feet lift hill followed by a loop, the world's famous corkscrew, as well as many bank turns that you will typically find on an aerodynamics coaster, making it not only great for the enthusiasts out there but also anyone wanting a fun coaster ride at the park. Opening back in 1986 too, it has been enjoyed for a long time, but still to this very day it is worthy of the number 1 spot, and in my eyes a trip to Rainbow's End is not complete without a ride on Corkscrew Coaster. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.